Manuel Tutao Kutrul Tadal Mosusra Ibudul Maraklay Rubukul Belau Bilung Ibiraklay Asil Belau President of Senate Hopons Paulus Marugul Senators Speaker Anastasio Marugul Delegates Governors Leitors Marbek Ladar Belau Ngara Blura Ngayang Almo Hocharigi Material Ngara Blue Beral Si Dumchuan Al Tutao. And thank you, Chaplain Rainwater, for the blessing this morning. And thank you for being in Palau. And yeah. So, kada wamne di po silti un magatengat magatukala di mo update radra blu so kan wate al mal mga sulera dra median mal blol attend igal press conference rigid mang control kuradimo update rigid namar minister igal uk activities igal na umre kaltelal weeks and before that en quadis otherwise o sea taramo besel program rigid seluk wigel de ngari press conference en moria agora opportunity ra each ministry lugora showcase ra ministry ngi maigel uk activities lorul gora highlight sel individual ministry that's part of outreach rigid en marabulum get people connected to it nebibira tamega taikama uk mal more in detail sel ministry so kada bora omrole kita amne dibus mga damlora koturo damlora ablura Hawaii mga mitra of course a partner kita Bank of Hawaii tigam total lobang ka blur belao kita to kaigal initiative sergidan gira la uk financial industry blur belao mga do siga gira gulte al partner lo bantrir eleng al sumania gidil doru rajara blur belang wila uk tigal local the banks that are already here, I'll participate. Mang Noriatele del meeting chairman and CEO Peter Ho, Mangel vice president. Ertir and a courtesy call uk opportunity kura updating ra uk economic situation ra blur belau omisa se magra uk takaing seura ayer tokol the whether developing the fintech industry or creating Palau stable coin or digital wallets, how could they partner in accepting, let's say, our stable coin or Stanford Center for Ocean Solutions, ma TNC. Ayam lot magyam rogo kada se mebo daga rogo ya do mesera tial uk adabeth ma emgra dungil manager ngi ya domesra lo se tial sanctuary magrada sustaining long term tegida amle gora uldasul behind the task force egida amil mol mal el maral may mung plani sel uldasul mlara of course a senate I mean the house lo se de sel dia sanctuary or let's put a moratorium at the hotel logisi. Ya uri urse kada nori serte alle del gida ma minister ma diregal gagi dele members ra house ma senate amlora ablu ramregel diregal mitra uktrigel possible funders tel el blue prosperity plan basically mo address sel issue sel mlengan sang sel audo del consider a house but build a more resilient and durable sanctuary that lasts into the future. One of the things el lado subir igal uk omrole dama when I was at UNGA togara igal protected areas are just on paper but they don't have the sustainable financing that keeps them going. So really it's building a resilient plan that is based on science and durable and lasting. Mang trial ngel chairman of board of Conservation International actually is Peter Seligman nge milelia CI morgo chairman of board nge direct founder tial Neotero. So if you look at the Blue Prosperity Plan ngani trial while el sign el support ringi en area TNC, CI, and Neotero. So, tell del modo durtir update tira what's going on. Diriga update tra border til ultimately aborda decide what priorities and how they spend their money. So malmle positive discussions. Of course, kadibla katakla. Maklo confusion or todo bela ne matoga babil mo ma aisel maral matamo confused lo sa direction bela maral badul ge. I reassure them, I say, clear the direction again. We have a plan, we're executing on the plan, and we're moving forward. Mang gitam na sem la le pasa alara a house ngara senate rela look blood stripping ara senate the kada continue lo mentrile. I think at the end of the day we wanna plan that works. Degal planara CI, degal planara TNC, planara blur bela. Gida OMS, MSUB, urturar experts, umralo sea minister gid, maradal. Tria experts dos perting arbelal, kaider gid, give us the best direction forward among urture gid, gida mododura partners gid, así yo ni tan eso. El fund gid the program and to do these activities to strengthen our work in conservation, but also ensuring food security and economic development. So they all agree was what's important, most importantly, we know was there's a benefit sa marine protected areas. Ngani spillover impact. Now, the right size, that's the purpose of marine spatial planning. Let's make sure we go through the process, and maybe it needs to be 100%. Makadagida closer to 100% spillover more resta Pacific. That's maybe a regional approach. But whatever decision that we make, it should be guided by science and the best data and process that we go through to come up with the best and most robust and durable plan. That's why apart trala include in marine spatial plan. That's the plan we presented and more donors. So será el Besquida Babier lo hace gimos support. Maybe a plan de bread presenter a grant lo Mesquida base a plan again. So kada we were explaining the plan, continue la support. And I got support throughout the years. I got various programs that provided Merabluan. Maybe I'll take some time and talk about the current legislation in Albangargi. Gidam din na sa timing based on the plan, we're going to get 2.6 million a year. Mawala ka Albangar budget. It's a supplemental budget close to trillion. Ngari 800,000 mga state, tegel 1.6 mo support health, my education, Ministry of Justice. And those are the main areas of although the top. The domestic version of housing, Senate and Gorat, Ramos, although the other Senate, other house, Mundirical area, took not although the more a budget tier. 100,000 each, and I think most important we need to take care again needs rather was a health education justice aman maclaw to tell I know mo deliberate rin lang the basically Senate version am na strip paroy, and of course that's unacceptable, and we're probably going to have either PD1 or a Tirmarada House Amuadadura saying how we can come up to a compromise. But I think again Makol issue nga ukol deliberate rather Senate as sel luldas or as administration or PNMS agiran nga ministry. Alu ba language or as nga ministry adegal giran nga understood lo asing ngara ministry. Hindi kita mbaya the way the current law is structured, confusing. Hindi kal blakatak leng ngari alla kumase administrating administrator PNMS Pickrick yet kada kuno asa ministry ongaral. Rogol resources am laming tera ministry men deka resources tin mat maklauder. So awana tokoy maomru. So we have to fix it. And it's it's mlettelmal and it has to be fixed. And that's kadolni terada Senate rase that's why we need to debate the issue, and of course ang area difference of opinion here magive let's continue to discuss because we need to come up to a solution. El moral Rulia PNMS and MCC, and most importantly, our ministry agirel el MCC ang area atang aralsel el support the program. So unfortunately, amle palasira before ang imtia ministry momitu tel dega imar mula urerel. And that shouldn't be the way we run the government. Dega ministry agirel lisi ri NGO nga outside a support the ministry. Dega agirel imtia ministry momitu run everything outside the government. So really adola sa meruri asmisi ministry Pickrick maigal patokol NGO sa continue regal urerel support the ministry. That's the way it should be. And it's not about taking resources away from Pickrick. Pickrick ang area patokol access rin mara outside funding our NGOs will help rin because I got NGOs as well help para Pickrick directly. By the actual help para government. So if there's government revenues, ay by girel mutmura a ministry help para ministry, NGOs help para Pickrick. That's the way it should run, and that's the way NGOs like to run. So kada mo usel idea la setiang area competition. It's about working together and making it really work because it was not functioning properly before. Padiri al madangel was al Blue Prosperity Plan has a term of 3 years. After 3 years, the Marine Spatial Plan has to be done, and we're going to have to make a decision after that direction. But it has to start. So kada understand the concern of the Senate, and that's why there's debate. And diga dirigal muklat klase ngare programs elgida ospe audo del matmak la kodolingit tertir amre dolurele I know lo aseng Minister Victor Minister Udo amnamo telal times el bora hearing lo mentrir ndikatsan madenge Mr. Telam sa amo askete aseng amo top daigal video ra hearing mo publish en morablu dirigal ngila bolo ngila dablu lo aseng ngare game discussion seleng dirigal helpful el mora tel debate le parte la debate a hearing ma discussion andi aldi ngara closed hearing magara upodo nge full information mara dablu dirigal inform dara a process ma uldaso magada kada kay nga sera uldaso mongila da debate and mo mung sedel mesawng Israel ligida motmage o Mr. Sel will girala ablur belau and most importantly will girala other ablu the bottom line at tial Blue Prosperity Plan edit to all rule got take care of funding among hindi kabul open at tial 80% ong erong manaw blakatak lo ase kita dim sa da foreign fishing boat el bofi ma Vincingala Jackson Mese ma bien aparece el Vila Cervela allow tira limited access and more omget to do experimental fishing mga subia at the de mamdu on managing that's the other part ri mundial akmanelo ase ngari sel klol tuloy darablu lo ase tiga open mo sila merada Taiwan merada sinat that's not true abay ayraal me el dirigal stop rada shabla diriga ngara air sel 20% es el 20% living el T. Adim lang om subo ka decide un more selbitang. In fact, taging ara Lisbon, interesting lang ay gal map pololis adal gire la marine sanctuary belaw. A map pololis ara omnged el open ngara east coast belaw. Dia kalau southern selbitang le kita ambil a minister before ambil southern tial omnged ngara east coast te last minute ketemu bungin bara bitang le kadam le akamadai tera adra syaban. Mara adra ang blur ngara era blur belaw emel mol ngara blur belaw adra syaban. Lola samluni minister se pero tiga adra syabala ngari semle previous administration agilingeri deka dorutri dimgrada help praigal local el fishing company belaw el other bela on el mom CC mosil participate tiala mungedra blur belaw and then sel latter part sel blue prosperity plan ado siga udo de tigal se lidro se medru la facility sera blue mol se bela el demand adra syabala se momagel da al domira blue al sum ta continue ngarai adra bela bol silo loger de galera blue al sum kada export ma syabala gida on tiarigel mon mora syabal mokloa amerweb tenmera adra bela mang gida romagas and that's the plan that's in place el degal plan ara ngidil ta malubang ngidil el daberak munger plan ara blur bela lur turar expert ngidil el ngara ministry migidil magalorior lo sigra best gira adra bela mang disogal share se gida amlara Portugal Martial Oceans Conference mo askra minister mang share more detail and this so lo iso say malmle positiva yel activities rigid say of course Abela continues to be known as a leader at Togora conservation. So one of the things Abela has been part of el president Rengwasao Mangel Prime Minister of Norway Amil Elise el high level panel on oceans. Oye se goal ringi na angelo comteri de nari el Sherpa Dr. Golbu a goal ringi aseng gira den more 100% management 30% protected. Oye selungil ay amlamo 110 el blue amlamo el tirakar seguido ulaso at the conference 110 el blue amla or ditemla gamit lo hace by the 20 dori etmo gamitra at least 30% el protected 100% el managed and that's what our goal as a leader agad matak legal back el blue mo follow sel goal leng adul goringa hace dekat sel digit girel blue ada mot magarogel dekat sel digal de beth diria gerged masadra two-thirds tial blue ad adabel tial blue ada hangara haisis digal clockle langi dil blue dingiria digal masadra amgot maktel amrio mari diria kan kadam narse of course gida bela kadangal tangat tengari tial national marine sanctuary gid el partra dille ase de kadongi sera partakla which is a good thing le kadam ne ase gasel dongi sera partakla en release a carbon ya carbon ado dongi lo ase aulang ngara global warming maulang ngara sea level rise mundekal se del ngara bitang el mulgora blulado lo hace stobra or spela fossil fuel se bomo isra partakla tia release the carbon mundio shishu imo spea ade ser marube mospe igania mata trablo mna magal so abela ukle gid ma Fiji ma Samoa amel elisel uk moratorium ra seabed mining le ndiga da sal el ban gida already the ban din diga require yel baby rablu la sem ban qadim hold on el 10 years do subri len gitom Russian momisri emtemla by chloro matel somil mururi diregal kadam larse diregal gamit gira la aset 100% renewable by 2032 e diregal ongedel diregal dulsadni kadam le sani bela usel Clyde Bank declaration SM South Shell el green shipping ma uk el green corridor uk yel dial el dial niya sal el create up to al atter morablulat so kada dirigal sira dangara Lisbon yang mal tokar tele duk mit tigel tokar partners again. Of course, Sylvia Earle was there. Dana Bertorelli geluk omtera Pew. I mean, there mal tara funder of Pew. Mlarter ngam mlarter Oceans Conference. Dirigal mlarse Enrique Sala from Nachio. And you know, trigamal ngari will dongul dal create. Nachio and Dana have created the global fishing watch ma gagidele Enrique Sala toka studies e blarul egel olabel data mal important el bodo ser dorur tial marine spatial planning. Besele global fishing watch amla track for the last 14 years ra tretel omnge der vela lo asedia lamle lo kere ngara langarai. Mal lungil data lege asia los pel evaluate emrur tial omsubul kita momrur gimang. Kada you know we're happy to partner with them. Diri kamle sedel and mga dura Ted Wait. I actually had the opportunity to meet in California. Diri kalulay siro ase before and dilur gidro ase kadulingit tinga sem help pergi tiar tokora marine spatial planning. Yung ase akulingit mle advice other bela 2018 was tiar angil uldaso. Ding la kamos pera nga kamak mla kamit another 9 al bulung como number 10. Di gimlo serabugi sera Malibu ngase FSM adrik alchimna alchum dig alchimla FSM because of COVID ing ase kan belan muto mo na bro replace FSM ma alchum se bel mo diri galgi agibora agi dele Lisbon emno ya telam el mitro ngela ministerio omur sig dele then we want all our partners working together. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. It's sharing information to come up with the best plan and get a level 1. Ige scientific, ige da urora local, combine both to come up with the strongest plan. I'll help the manager tell resource mumran mo benefit that's and I think Timra conference is all about sustainability. How we can continue to use the resources and help other ikan belum other better. And I think lastly one other thing that I was able to do ser activus aknomitra ngel ambassador del taha mikati nge of course ngom tergidra UNESCO nge kera Paris edrigan gani abdil medramaniko. So one of the things that he wanted to show me was Portofino. Portofino is a port ngara Italy world UNESCO site. This is how you use these UNESCO sites, preserve them, but use them for tourism development. Portofino mal they've kept them intact. It's very hard to change anything. Actually, you cannot change anything. If the paint is that color, all you can do is repaint. They can change anything. Buildings. Those buildings are the way it is, must stay the way it is. Successful as a resort town. They attract the high-end tourism. Lotise, Matele, Saint-Tropez, Palau can develop that for Asia. Of course, I mean, you got to come up with ideas. The other industrial area, area, mangamla albol parga igaliat tergil contribute mera economy rigid tara tourism. So kadamrenga sulel nge provider office ma staff continued from the office of UNESCO, and he's been doing it since 2013. And of course kita amlaska senet matemle confirm ring continue mal la pinga diregal. If you read the news, and he's the brother and Prime Minister of Lebanon that just got reappointed. The Maldi Tigarmur Belau, so I'll help Belau. and that's why he's been doing this for these past years. Hopefully maybe visit rin. I asked him, I say, you need to come to Palau. And so the idea rin, I say, magaluk la help para balwad, magaluk with as well. So hopefully he'll come before the end of the year. Diri kana so aluk tal ima family niya mamluk rabla de merbelaura even later. So it was a long trip. It's good to be back. And the قادم نسوي هذا الابديت وك تريال بتوغل الساليد السمريار المسيرجيد قدمنا المرين أسول لا president نمساول نيلو بيلا when it comes to conservation he put it on the map. معقول كده مال ده قلت له إلى الدي الموت من اللي سي أجا يقدر البرنامج معقول بيلا أمرا اللي يسال continue to be a leader البلوة follow and I think that's important for us. Magada tial Blue Prosperity Plan is our opportunity to lead again. Trigal sa lida amalokol wase sorry rule example so that it can show the world wase we can be successful in this. So about the successful belaw and help para sa lida nga FSM Marshall el dirigal Bruno Toy Minister sa mo sa luk commitment relingi ma atriel sa lida nga FSM Marshall sa sirana abang RC. Maybe you can share a little bit, Minister Sel.
Ito tayo, sila President, ito tayo mara adra media marbekla adal nosub ilo ranks ra the press conference ra alto taw. Waigel lo President lo setial commitment regidar adar belal wase kadamo manage ra 100% artial developable belaw. Agi diregal na mo ado ra FSM Marshall Island lo wase member dadage do mesertial Micronesia South-Region kasi kada magara diregal السبب de los pertial marine spatial planning process achieve ay del مقتغر جيد التغور conservation ما تغور blue economic development achieve تاجي del 100% management ocean if we do that tell develop Micronesia below FSM and the Marshall Islands cover area roughly الوقلونغ تيال continental United States. So it's a big area. So FSM Marshall Island amlaqongel mo part sa del commitment Forum Fisheries Agency ma Secretariat of Pacific Community ma SPREP adiregal amlaqongel mo lang sergid as regional partners provide technical assistance for us to do this. So igal marine spatial planning of course yung happen ra igal national jurisdiction hindi nga igal regional goal badadage define wase malso manggal tuna migratory magara adagay nga sel al manage ringil dagdi dos pertial vessel day scheme diregal moringa igal bevir approach wase maybe nga igal important area lom elari igal magara da manage mong kada protect rangal ni ngosisul mora adeng ngosisul mora bevir igal vulnerable marine species masel impact ra conservation gida marungi amral subel mo spread across ra Micronesia and demonstrate real masang subel lo dokera sustainable blue economy ma adorable conservation maybe subel lo throughout the Pacific region mong maral mo truly sustainable tel Pacific Ocean. هذه اللي president تكلوت المؤذى بيبير رجال ديلو الجيل legislation pending را أولبيل قدم ذي الماسة سرا January 2020 ديلو بذا أريجال رقارديان البرنادات تاميل أسرني in that أريجال لما interview را Dr. Golbin قاسي سل unintended consequence را أبلولا أمغيث Ablolo laigal maklol refis el mora restaurant. Edirigal mlogigal revenue that 2021 ya House of Delegates introduce ralal wase mlamo sa revenue ablor belaw mlamo dia ka sabel omget we need to open 100% for 5 years. Say qoram mil alital al. Of course, administration adim lang alumral was engirad al open al 100%. Mong agim lo statal lo mesra tretelel was kada magarasab edlo lo bungel la House of Delegates make sure was igel guk ngal sang sela revenue sab edel cover while kada maintainer tial mleman mlengil moktegra ul kada mirura PNMS mong waigel lulogo president was October last year release agid qabil task force gimul mu'l القرى أساس لو سنجرا potential السبب قط مقلي عرف ذات ملانيا بطول الداس والجيمي لاي ما مينستري لمو الغرام أب إيسا يجيد الانيشال الستراكشر بلو prosperity plan إندرا مو since then give develop plan ملامو إذل بويلا سلم الانيشال الجيم الترور الواسع هذا سبع $2.6 million Trigel conservation partners amle willing lom ara igel long line vessel days amle medel ara $8,000 replace el sell revenue 8,000
days.
8,000 days el los el order $2.6 million diga gid el batogol ngera blum ma lerer el tobo del mora ikrel belau ari le trigel gid el conservation partners los en namo dagal samam lom ara igel days لكن لا مطل أقل قاسياجي open راب PNMS رابلور بلاو تيادي ملغى الانتنشن تياجي ذا ملو الأسكل قاسيال سبب مية بأرايقان من غير revenue ملغى open 100% من all this time ياجي negotiate الopen trail واسي مغراسب إذا الموت ما يقال commitment ترتيل $2.6 million متملغو نيل واسي مو grant funding دي كده منيل واسع رجل grant تانغيان لول قبل لهم أنا ذي سندي revenue سويس برا governmental فلور بلاو ما governmental فلور بلا دي appropriate سرابول grant ينغانيان لول لاجل grant الجيرال toward را مقتغرا conservation أكيد رجال من negotiate لو بنتري واسع بولس بقول الدياغ ذي البرا يجل مال دي ministry التوترا PNMS بولس بقول السبورتر تيارو جيل تيجي لا conservation على سلا فلور بلا it took a while for us to be able to get an agreement السبب تلقيب الفلكسبل لو سبيرينج السبورتر سيجي الغلسان سلا revenue مرا governmental فلور بلا سيجي July 1st we finally signed an agreement يعني يجي القبالة سير على سلا asel supplemental bill المينستري او مثلا جريدا السم اوكل لا سم اوكل ملمول من لباس راودر ويسل للغوريا مينستري واسين president واسي سرا 2019 يا اولبيلا نجلدي الله انه administration PNMS المول مورا PICRC prior to that dimle office الغرا السل office را president assessment را 2018 والدي الواسين ندير الكلتوكلا structure تيال management را PNMS but instead را مغتقلير السلا ministry تقول مورا بيكريك circumstances administration soon after الباسا لا يقول بردر بيكريك ملي اسكرا attorney general قوسي كم clarify مران غير أليلا PICRC under the law ل understanding مثلا تملا ما overreach المرة غير أليلا ministry الأندر وتملا الأولى بلور بلاو legal opinion را attorney general ذيلو الواسي غير أليلا ministry أمانات سرتيار entire إيسيد بلور بلاو including the Palau National Marine Sanctuary غير أليلا PICRC هذه سبيل conduct coordinate research, education and awareness relating to the Palau National Marine Sanctuary. Mangarangin language sila la lual create ambiguity ra atletele lauror. Altar ngara belu lo mesriak moseng maldiviot el word el di administer el ngara la. Digma melgo ko el tau traurera mamal aswara igel mo gimo mesel waseng mo melibas rar ada loror vehicle sales aringar bebera time ya ar ada loror mo fil wasya a semi government entity metmun me madre de la ministry ede gal girel waisei musegi dia imol lo ngit olvil wasya da clarifying mo beta ada da loror dia gal lolaya klisi ra kora rif center was mo dia gal la research education and awareness pai mal mo got clear ko say yang ngara la angul mamsa Palau International Coral Reef Center ani nga sebe kren ko sal mo buta say mo dia gal sebe la pikri implement taigel el grant funding el blalangay dia gal sal mal wai say ani al tang grant funding lo sang girela PICRC maintainer cell role in administration din dia malamal ta dobaw do dictate mandate organization ngire la el mandate seguid el ngaral ya alla abla takla wadi dil mut el muqatakli seguid el ngaral ndiregal longerul seguid ongingil el malubta seguid el board el administration la adiregal mo alara qaseng nsabe ederu liya experimental fishing wagel dilu president wasen di forel dial ngariya ko interpretation na review senators was under the law ya minister asabel authorize research within PNMS for non-commercial purpose agidir ga askara attorney general waseng malal ngariya authority el samamruli dil veig engungila dabgatakli we need the research fishing to be able المسابقات المرأة المدنية القاسية هذول من السؤال الديفلوبر تقر أمغيث مغرى ضروري البيس رايقا جيد الوقت تيرا الجيدة مغالكت الوسبيرا غنباليرا الأدر بلاو من دي أغضوني الوقت another 3 years about the developer domestic fishing أريني سلفاذا لا الديريغ القاسين ملورا PICRC المو support our research من rumule dar adre velal quase de develop pra domestic fishery gidar adre velaw din dimlagad allogator di imol sense el morsegi de lurior qadam li allogate tawdo del mora research allogate tawdo del mora surveillance enforcement capacity building and ourself fisheries trust fund din dimlagad di imol udo del allogate ngir quaseng sabe de los peringil للغسل develop domestic fishing من وايجل غراب all those out الواسع health education of priority yet resource allocation هذا always say ما تقاسي domestic fishing important لين تغورا food security رجيت تغورا غرول مرا تما طال أدر بلال مريات تقلل yet تندي غضو allocate المو أريني سلول ذاس الواسين سبب لا شابل المسير جيت نسوي هذا الملاقرانتا دي كيسل دغال مال سبيسيفيك تلتلي لا دوسبي دغال بورني سل خاصن سبب هذا الفلكسيبل لو سبي لو مسير اقوم بالي روا بوفي مار تشاكسون ميرايغاس بس يا وان رادولني تنيل واسل بول سبب سل ذو المورا وباكتو ناشونال تريجري بول سبب لا مينستري ما ديرغال PICRC الاكسس رينيل المورا تغورا ريسيرش ما ديرغال تغورا فيشريز ديفلوبمنت مقوم داسوين ايجل policy request الجبلا مودار سلمون الفيرا غلولو maintain cell integrity را Palau National Marine Sanctuary. We've come a long way سرا الغوت الانترودوس را بيلا House of Delegates لو سيد open الامندرين المو 70% open الامل مول من 80% هذا دي مو علاوة غضوليت لو سيبول سبيلا research fishing in a very controlled way happen a portion or tell PNMS mong albevira timing rather avlo ada understand ra amendment marangar olvila masaudringil lengalak clersel what the proposed bill is el mangwidra other avlo mong so da dima makatakla gigid wasing commitment rigid wasya PNMS a close to tlel ngaria blar li din ngani gigid el bul blabod el bang qad magara mare ringi ngariya our partners rigid mla masasel lo sunged el quasing ngire del gut maklil balance ra at tingin la conservation dire liget klungya len mera ar other velaw etiagi dia plan el bladgat maklil mal blagtak moseng magarang oigid el morsey etovile lo toba although del support rigid I hoping adamo other velaw rogul ma understand the segid ay gagid el gora melmol melnge el top del krel velaw akuk malo isit tial taragran tel sef edel ngul lo ngasera vlur velaw le wal lagal clear seguid ngor el top del vlur velaw len it's not helpful ar bevilar other lo sadr ngik mal ngara lo videl lo masado مقتدو ليس كده مسؤولان president أنا question سؤال الأنسر
Sula Minister, I'm sure I'm talking question media, so we'll get into that. هذيك finish أجل update ما next week كذا proposal mo submit tersel uk yosang angara elan merak 2023 كده عندنا se unfortunately uk egan amir كده ملمول مل مجيء وجيل ولا عشان ده البقرور you know one of the things that I saw in Europe and mitra minister Maldives ma direct gelomtera French Polynesia marada even adam rigala alevora tourist tiram langalakra 2019 levels digida malul tourist Asia mon dirga meuda tourist rigida memon wal trigibel delayed so merigida molngasa ayo sangang and diesel one el dodongalia alala dan oklam la modakal motakang mal misel meringen. So I think as a lead national government more sell was a minimum wage government by 75 cents per hour per person across the board. So that means everybody will get probably a $60 per payday increase government to help with the rising cost. Hopefully instead of continuing next year. Because the ultimate goal is $5. And let's start with government. Of course, minimum wage, and the government will find the resources to take care of government. The private sector. The wingira dramas. They can say la ablul melmol melwaising. We're held hostage by fossil fuels. I mean, it's terrible. And that's why we need to go 100% renewable. It's $7 a gallon. We have to do all we can and transition. So, otherwise, I say that Luton Manuel Michael State visits rigid, Makasus Mara Aimelig, Elagab Sing the Mara Old Age and Terra Ramlui, Klug the Mora summer house at Pa. Next week kadamo di busara for the week kadamo attend the Pacific Island Forum Fiji kadamara Sunday return or Friday say our first meeting about attending in person looks like most of the leaders will be there our 50th anniversary celebration at the forum of course Friday a constitutional day and wish everyone a happy Constitutional Day and the most celebrate our program everyone park July 7th. So they book to get like open a lot of do mogera question.
Tutoy President, Vice President Marbeclav. President, may start the Cell UN Ocean Conference. Kora di kita question ang kalwasi. Masel conference ang like ngwardir mamrektel our ocean conference lagi. Manglaring ya kora commitment that was made. Walong kora ni outcome Cell meeting. Siya mo kadi Cell. Tilo na Cell sa edmom nila si mogom lomit mangaramil tip.
Alcascara Victor ma, Minister Victor ma answer.
Sula kambes na malungil question. Sara ngarangitial our ocean conference segukmle initiative ang gagidel former secretary of state Chan Kerry yang aring itegi da sing UN Our Ocean Conference agel commitment el made our UN Ocean Conference adilegal voluntary commitment aring isel malmlo strong recognition are the conference lo asya STG 14 المصادر ocean has the list commitment ra agel rogul commitment bla dorul dimla alto da report ra quase maltela wordra matela commitment ta mirur yetra agi mara dimla alsan wabelal dimla mara conference en sebe edel madangi ma gimal mol melgora monitor el baseng mal mletela commitment how much are they worth adi sel do dengel baseng Tawal gora dealing ilwas ya STG 14 has the least amount of commitment al meigra globally. Dirigal tara gel gora mal el emphasizing ya was el ocean climate nexus. Of course es era COP26 ra November last year UNFCCC. The first time I will recognize el kwasing ngaringa role ra ocean in mitigating climate change. Masay gidel commitment revela lul bangela fichi launcher chay gidel wasing deep sea mining alliance el call for immediate moratorium ra deep sea mining. Siya do marak masing one ragel maklo tutelel el gire del gut maklil safeguard ra say the role ra ocean and mitigate the climate change. Lesen protector tal vertakla. Lengegi del carbon amo absorber sel vertakla. Ego protectra say the role ra ocean. Mosisim lamo klo omso del blue carbon. Wasem lamo sobe edel recognize a blue carbon under UNFCCC. Ara shell carbon market before and dim lega da sing red plus aigel carbon that are captured da karagar melatia mla open agel te al masya gaburs masigras ma deep ocean sediment liga da san mo understand them umsub adriga mral ul no kwase lagado mo la deep sea mining leng sel mongot katra bertak leng release aigel carbon mong of course ang contribute to more ocean acidification tume ngun merigid tropical islands ngal coral reefs amal important el merigid ese impact el bodesa so sea agora dis alduli
Saule minister president tak inteste ta takot tial industrial bela mobile mosoy si berengil tial tora cryptocurrency ma digital residency ikom lemitra CEO ra Bank of Hawaii Orang mention rakora maybe a discussion kira stable coins. Emang kadil mutul ka elaborate siya mga rakong koram na discuss el kiril siya iki ya bela amo spera ba ko fawa mo partner kiril tial to yun.
No, I think what we're doing is informing Bank of Hawaii of all our economic plans. Igel bodoru semle courtesy visit and of course kadun mas sa opportunity is there an opportunity to partner, maybe them as a trustee, or it's not so much for them to issue any kind of coin. You have to, at the end of the day, you're going to still be transmitting dollars. So dollars it has to go through some bank. And so I think as a bank in Palau, you got to inform activities because if the government is doing it, we're going to be using either Bank of Hawaii, Bank of Koma, so they're not issuing the coin, not part of the coin. It's more of using their banking services and letting them know, this is what we're interested in. This will get it. That's it's being transparent and helping them understand them. Sometimes the idea is to open a discussion. I get concerns. We need to know. There was one more thing. Clearly, Portugal. So, conference in Angel Brill Wang from Uktial Digital Residency Program. Portugal, Momitra Baby Digital Residence. marubetuk tiang area law firm lang. So there's a law firm in Portugal that helps rather tira sorin mo Portuguese marubet mobile. So they have mang tamale interested at digital residency program. They conversation opportunity. So no say meet a law firm, meet some people that already have a digital residency card. They mal tamal samaria mal sorry tamal proud tial card tire. And what was good to hear from them, I said they're also willing to help us and review legislation again. Their corporate registry act. So they said we can look at that and we'll give you some feedback because we need different people to look at our laws and help us and make them so that they can be adaptable. Rablula, mang digital residency uktegal interest rin amang of how maybe to eventually use it as an ID that may come later, but as of now, we're just being transparent with them, helping them understand what we're doing. That was the main purpose.
We move to the one racket and the Tiago discuss and work separate issue. In Sierra Kamledi bus ang tiagi trip praga Margoya board of trustees ra pension plan ulam kadong ra adal mora amayong trigel members active members ma retirees. Tarila presentation artil was financial situation ra plana di marail within subo de maintain artil do ra ringi lom nitelaw do mangal sang selaw do within 4 to 5 years yang subur artil plan. Matamle ko ra ne provider kasi either kada increase contributors level maru kada reduce monthly benefits all nga siya retirement age mo 65. Okay, manglep to ka discussion ra adra board na national meeting. Mang akmadeng lo sing di na namin attention ra ka mong kadi mo kal kadi mo response ra ka girel tiay gitel aldo ra pension plan man members sel ko ramla mo o sigal wa setia kadam karang mol chubure re mo dia ka mutmuk lang akle.
So riyadal mo blagatak lo setia to ra pension plan di na dil dubreli magatatal lo sadri. In fact sera dangar olbi le mlo ya tele del el passer sel nuldas wal el mayor remittance tax el mo help para pension. Dirigal sera dangar olbi le mlo seluk no sé del passeria sel $25 era PPF el mayor el top el mora pension. Of course sel ngil betilla em changing el amna motria $12.50 but I gave em effort sera gidro ase kadamay nga 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 sa pension. These are things that we need to do el so kadamo balance sel el mesois amo atter sel motto el al time pension awal sel mesois va 7 million es el payout tenía 10 million one song será 3 million so se lo sa tenía da pension o se lo era el mon modek seguir el dormir wal nam da dormir de 20 million gul model seguir el obal supplementary tiagi del ngal songs kadam de chuburer you will only get 70%. Why say? So I mean that's the reality. That's all they will have unless all bilas mi gaudodal and do oli seludol. So umra lo sa pension amru sen ngaralir which that's what the board should do. They should be informing the public a reality. Of course ngalala leadership motmaga sa kadam kara o siga solutions and mortial kita albangari. And kasi kami ablor nga lakaw si saklap to ka mo sa mga trust fund na de bingi oy say to kay mo sa dra lakaw si saklap kada mo dire kal mom dayo sa compact tergi da sa di may do del me ngun mi na dro ngalet mal blaktak say we can get 15 million a year di sel dungura to kora pension ti dire kal na to kora titi kada umle esa na mo remember kada na toksyo kasi Mr. Wilter boss orgara assistant secretary amle signer sen molla mungidire kala agiral ngare aldo dulo mugira program legal gira tel to pension that to me that's one of the things that needs to be on the table leng tara ulang sang sa do alsel atrigal ne to ngal titi tilur alsel e mangari so I think there's a ngira dal dong isel ngal song. So there's two options that we have. One, aba continue tel plan dangaring. Hindi kita ngira dal malasam lon ngosong sersel el motob dal mo atter sel meso isel. Masum kada mal tel plan dangaring. So that's why aboard say to do that, ngira dal reduce ra benefit, increase ra contribution. Aga hindi ka ngod way to do that. Another option, of course, the board shall define contribution plan. They can define benefit. Lagi tang natin. Buat saya, iyan lang ay abang mulai. Di sel the switch mo sa del plan. Trigal to lang aringil. Mlalaaw dudi ray expect ta makaraleng. Iyan lang alam lang songos nam. Hindi ka create rangal songos. So no matter what, ang gira sigaw do dal mo umer sel ng songos. Whether an appropriation or government traffic karak, lord to or one time, let's say, the other modo ramrigel and help pergi dragampact, tagida migrate over to tagida define the contribution plan, like a 401k. Agigida options el dome sa makada, ngaria study in circle na miruri ukira la SS, masem na umre kamala am lamro or bira karulaw. Hindi sel uktora pension, sige del mra la urol girel, dire kan ngaria proposal el mra me, and these are things that we need to debate. But I think it's an important point is that we have to make some decisions. Nangi kadar adi to say, well, bere mauril. So I think sel pension utial mera public kadam saudri. Irendiri kan bring arat. Kita understand was retirees tiabla bolsal sugori wase sa Mr. Telam so kolam sa small sugori bring kami wase kahalegi reducing. So we need all efforts. We need to find new sources of money, which that was the idea behind the remittance a PPF, and of course kita may say 1250 if tourism increases, that goes back to helping a problem. But a lot of time malgagare tourist tiya malgagare ludo ulit tamal lamang ala other pension. But if we get 100,000 tourists next year, that's 1.2 million budok plango sa kasi tial namo di 2 million atang song sani. So those are and that's what pension is asking us. Marge udod me udod di be able to understand was we don't have money right now. We don't have money this year, we don't have money next year. So don't expect to aseng todo government. So ngara trust fund ra pension el 20 million ngira dam last year say. SS same thing ngira dam last year say. Dan di ka udod. But we hope when we recover we have money kada statel al take care igal am langari al dol together. So kamala answer na but different options in the romes and the as it increase ay ang reduce sel ukol sa sela a pension mga sa sela SS. So maybe in reduce ay increase ra tax masel lo dasuri lo set mo minus. So you got to look at the whole system. And I think adjustment here, adjustment there. I'd say the masasera real, say the masasera PPF, maybe we can solve our problem. So diga the board sell point and na mo de ka pension. But instead of saying the maral buduli. And that's why ngarala labor reminder yun. That's why SS adiri kam lagi kasi am tela 120 million am nadra pa stock market 100 million tela mo de well not really. You're still okay. Okay. But we always have to look long term and make adjustments. So
Sure.
Milto tayo, Presidente. I have a couple of questions. I want to question domesra ika report ra market sa mablul ade ya tora cryptocurrency aman la pa ma even Michael kumbali na establish a stable coin are affected tremendously. Ngora wangara usinge mertel direction do ringil ngara digital fintech ngari akora pause al ubeng ngari akora second thoughts al ubeng optimistic about it.
Crypto is just another type of asset, just like stocks are another type of asset. So gida, I'm not saying it was a government rebella mo investor crypto. That's not what we're doing. Stable coin the proposing $1 US dollar say value a coin and it's backed by udaw nga bank. That's why Bank of Hawaii or whoever the bank is going to be holding the money. That's so hindi ka sal waigel maybe a stable coin that we're not really backed 100%. That's the difference. Sell and crypto and everybody will tell you say you have to diversify. Kalem nga roguludam lara with crypto le el time kalaman bidilang le Bitcoin am le 60,000 elang 18,000 and we don't know where it's going to be tomorrow. But some people say it'll be 500,000 next few years. So tiamal di yor or the swira what they feel the value of the asset is. Di wa gold. Di wa US dollar. US dollar elaw blandang na la value niya. A Russian ruble amla a triple la value ni. I mean that's how currencies, that's how things work. Magida sa laro la plan gideng di wa igal investment gida trust fund. Pero say ambes como se motor de all time. Well, gida de hacer time na market. Ulo kada es fiduciary risk kada continue ngare siya kamagida say when we do things kada sa long term. Hindi ka deal. Okay, today kada change lang nadrap pa market. No, that's what we're doing is building foundations for a long-term plan. So the fintech industry will always be here because people will always have money and they'll always want to invest it and they will always have to move it around. So what we're trying to do is create an environment, a foundation, ay got activities el remote transel. So to me, I get minor. Their cycles, they go down, they come up, but long-term vision that's still was tiang area potential area potential benefit na ablur bena abril just updated us as like Marcelo as mo 1,500 digital residents. So continue it slow but steady. Everybody and of course apart ng we want to advertise rabel wadra abekal time aulang sira ko lang mga Oceans Conference may Victor Haladik pok meter trigal digital residents makto ng mga law firm el mutel me because that's the idea. Every time you have an opportunity aigal services that provide abelaw ask adal el participate rin. Same thing as shipping registry. Just opening agidele Mr. Mikati owner mal gadalayat. Ma first question na mo niya ika omte erbela tial dile mga mang Cayman Island. When unfortunately nga dekal decide ro ngara abanderangal ligaring staff rin ya decide mo. Mo Korea sta captain and me ase. Captain ngaram ka Cayman Island. Oh, mlebeot. I was thinking about changing it to Marshall Island. Muna say, okay, come check out since Elmo register there below. So sometimes I got product three that they continue wherever we are. Register a dilem. So what did the Mikati tell me? And they register a Skogir and 3 Skogiri. So registering a Skogiri below. So Tarala and there all be but that's what we need to look at it. Businesses opportunities for us because we're a sovereign nation. We can benefit from them lang. Di wa igal state mal sorry register am lang. Revenue morabulu. That's the so tulang.
Last two questions last two questions pasangin mera sadoy. Sel ngara budget ngartel proposal el budget el mo authorize la special planning ma require necessary create a special planning under the law alubanda sendal sab ela ministry di kutmaklilurio on its own. It's one of the first questions I have for you.
Required a time luda ko say 20% open, 80% closed. So those per authorization was kawa mo mesel wasing magarado lutul mare eringi madore eringi ngariya basis for introducing a further legislation. Mundi algo kuldival wase tiagok timler the sola ministry gut makli.
my understanding, special planning is a study, basically, right? So you're studying the resource, come up with the best plan for it. I mean, and at the end of the day, you will have recommendations based on the planning for a legal language, right?
So special planning is a process that involves collection of data, engage volunteer stakeholders, involve defining goals. مثلا الأبو define الواسع هذا increase domestic fishing zone الموتيلا يا لا الدرجة الواسع دي 20% bring الرجيدة redefiner say so those per authorization must we will consider legislation in the future. Pagkalbalo lorur marine special planning require FSM for one direct marine special planning. They're sort of stuck now. Let them Congress FSM and authorize the process.
Interesting. Well, I guess a statement that's been made and a question following that. Palau has been leading قبل الستات exceed el 30%. We're at 80%. Tial reducing el 30% by the backtrack. Is this leading or are we backtracking? Sige na ko a question na post discussions coffee shops.
Maluil question. Selsuma kada mesengil kasi kada we're all about closing an area, then we're leading. Selsuma kada mesengil kasi we're about ensuring kasi tell the closer ngana benefit ringil more other belur belau, ngana benefit ringil more economy belur belau, and then ang ulmo kada kasi medlu tolo mesengil find that balance. Lendirka tal belur other that have struck that balance. Ulma World Bank agree kasi mo instead of amsabe law alone mo suel meskida grant to do this because we're the first one to ever do this. Sel at the end of the day kado geri gidel wase. Kada mil nga simmer tell basol for what and for who. I know the kwasyang bull. The concept of pulling also magida alam man aswar wasing maringa develop domestic fishing. Diga enough pelagic fish and mera balul provide the mera food security the other below. A revenue gida mlamong so who are benefiting from this. At the end of the day gira the loger what we're trying to do say Abalur below, mar other below, a benefit first. Of course, ang aritel regional and global conservation will contribute to, but not at the expense of well-being or other below. Say ulm
and I think the questioner are leading. كده ما تقرب للأب الجيل 100% managed, 30% closed. Tell process el doruringi otin morabulado say kida we're practicing what we're preaching and we're showing that can work and we're showing we're adaptable kada mesel say 80% 50% whatever percentage we're going to use science, we're going to use data, we're going to use proper planning and consultation to come up with the most robust and best plan and ultimately and help para adrablo and make sure it can continue and get a mar other way. I mean that's a purpose of abula concept of atora management. I see.
Just you've rephrased my question, which is good. So there's a statement that says that we're already 100% managed. We're 80% conservation, 20% fisheries. We have kadamla pana param trawling, kadamla pana extraction within. So basically, we are 100% managed. What do you say to that? Or response from your statement?
Kada maruro ringil mo durable. Maruro sel 20% mo sub well 20% lang essentially sub wasing ari o mga ringil legal manage in a way gida o mesayik mo siyang ungil mortial resource lgi ospering. For one, we're not getting enough revenue from the fishing activity happening within the 20% le kada dia tru ada isal murasaba le wangi le murasaba le da kalen ringin abulur belau. So one, we're losing its contribution to Palau's food security. Two, the lose export tax ring. So we're not truly managing 100% yet. So sel do 100% teng kasing how do we make it durable? Ngungin morar generate the revenue help pra management. Revenue that generating lang not necessarily going back to management. Mung ay gigi da do mes kasi 100% management yes in concept kada naruli kada closer area open at 24 fishing, but I get lang tingila management lungila katmok truly kada manage our resource, we're not there yet.
So
So, Zelda Soda are durable. Aula, Toga model durable. Model funding, ma support, and take caring. So, example, at Tel Sanctuary. I get the lose revenue. I say, we didn't get them replaced. Tel 2.6 million is to basically replace I get opportunity that we lose by being closed. I say, so part of making the plan durable, and that's why I'm more question lo say because at the end of the day, the resource was pairing up. So our goal, I say, how do you make it durable? Fish less, earn more. And how do you do that? Get involved with our other belau, more part of the process, and get in more processing or belau, so that we own the fish, we make more out of the fish, and we benefit from it. Let's say हमने problem read before. त्यागी गला दी remove tricycle belau, देगा margi करे web ter belau. A purpose tel plana. That's the ultimate goal.
So kam mention wa se kada close among India kada lose se the revenue from fishing. Itim la replacement tani. Earlier I mentioned ourselves PPEF, and then there was although the allocated the qual revenue what the lose also kada closer fishery. Mang wouldn't you say was say impact the pandemic and the starting impact of the pandemic strictly fishing and get and from our fish from our resource.
Let's be clear. 24 miles and more easy. More tourist and more. Let's our tourist. I will let mal willing and per PF. Ame omesa alba, omesa egal marine protected areas and near shore. It really has nothing to do with the 24 mile to the easy. The gidam lo spare sale help the financial sale shortfall. That's sedimle the sweat. The bottom line, there are value easy. There benefits it provide and more a livelihood or other benefits. So, most importantly, you understand was a tiang wangara value. I say, and what are we losing? So, back in 2013, President Ramasao, I'm asking a question. I said, time chairman of finance Senate. Let's ask a question was in tell a ludo dos peri and more replace algún modo closer to the easy. Mr. Tamak tenía seguido espera 3 million a becarra 10 million. This was 2013. Nari habla social tabla say nari amaral adam lar belau di meskida 200 million endowment that would create a 10 million a year problem solved. What you say? Well, dimla. Gelala dimla. Nadari mo rapiu, magal mo rapiu. Agi mo rapiu, the only kama madagal sa amin rural lang agi ba help program rural la, the ultra rolda so hindi agi bas kami angin so fast forward and lang, all they want to do educate, help pergi der omsu, but sell the bora sell el niya tela udo del niya do spare ni lo rut travelment pergi de te kera to school ma abla bulis ma iga adia. That's the reality. So we need to understand that that's the opportunity that we lose. What you say? So I issue tora atiel izirgit selo sing 100% manage. Kada protecta sharks, protecta whales, stobra mga khatra bartak laiga all protections and mortial to me tiel imol 100% tia sanctuary rogir. The only thing I'll do sa ni I would spell ngal tunal ngaralsel. Ngal tunal di mararabling which when it comes to carbon sequestration, there's no evidence was tia help pra carbon. And then we all agreed was ngal tuna migratory. Awul ela al seals kada malara 7 million or engara era baby rablu ndi seludo da arweb termer bela. Because kada kongeno sengaling grar murt ndeka ga giner sel ngawal stop rangaling mundekal borsel bor. Tiar murt tial ngawal rogir. Remurt tial mora marshal murt me. So one of the things that we've learned say Palau doesn't suffer from this problem alone. Patoragel forest, large protected areas are South America, Africa have the same issue. It's about sustainably managing it and protecting it, and protecting what's most important. Say ultimate goal or tial plan. I think we get stuck on the idea of tial 80 is 80 or nothing. No, we should be flexible to know it should be the right size, not 80 or nothing. It should be the right size and make sure ako true and protected mga malmol milsya los peri into the future. Siya ongero kodo aigel siya dos pe el matmok la dang clear other belo. So and that's balancing protection and production.
President Medic eteng tagi del tokora revenue ngariya ulmo siya Ministry of Agriculture angar lel lol sispa igel revenue. So ministry ngia ako termengalil kasi ngara revenue ra fisheries rigi del mera blur belo. Salvador ranks ra bevirar adel dia kalorut aurur without the swedel siya revenue ngara. Revenue ra ngania tablol bedengel omit percent ma long line. Sel revenue ra long line al mera blur belo. Yerogul tingil omit asab elmo a little bit over $3 million. Din at sel sadari tatim sadar sel klungel ade sel doctor mo waseng dim longara $800,000. Plus sel export tax mo among $1.1 million. The revenue tial industry so is for valur belaw asab elmo over $3 million. Sel mlo replacement tingil waseng PPEF 1250 100,000 tourists and the $1.2 million. So 1.2 million compared to about 3 million. There is a 1.5 some $1 million loss. So ngire accept and recognize was saying there is a lost revenue from this industrial meravel belo. 1.5 al tagda mesrik mongeri. Kitial masada SS ma pension. Al sum kwasen digados peringi dangal malu agegi del mongsongos. So to me as a nation ngire del maximize every revenue dangay. Digal ngaringi agito do ase well asab edel ngursem da terbingi tiang bodolar agi karese. To me ngora digal make sense el tetelela dorurtra a government ma dosiga revenue help pra. My hoping once and for all are adam understand el wasya. Al sum maral swada mamner moseng malanga revenue. The ranks are other tira o mesaigan number. You'll see mesaigan number. Now the ranks are other the pull number are the scar kwaseng diagan girel tilay kithia. Tisegi daktili usula.
Sila Ministro Victor, alun tuta Mr. Presidente. Di mlakat loger gamil girel tian. PNMS di akura di orang sarumi minister ingania mala relal current la el mandate la apiguri gamru legal umsub legumi amat mokrela somin mamru selva me set murin planning process atega 3 years se da saber realize sa revenue kung yaman ko kung nasik na mulsis. Makura di taway galuriol mulgoy. Hindi ka sabi realize sa sa revenue so is for the next 3 years. Retial planning ang marunong. Hindi ka pa may sa current la. Ang lamin day traffic rig. Ma Ministry of Justice. Ma officer ka. El girul tmagem gat pokor umsubli geret tamurin sanswari. May ka recommendation. Rally installation walwem policy mali receiver gidak mo. Naraungil pa marunil geret tial. El debela blur bela. Bela kung debate ra policy, debate tawdo. Legal 2.6 million na umulangit. El grant. Hindi ka mo taludo de sabiul umaylo siswa government. E kami yung mga tumaklaw lo tirak lagi ang arila. Malu mga man necessaril giriut sensa ala. E kami sabiul ulit talons.
Sulang mudulong may pagtaklil wasya ministry dia kabolo larsel ngarala PICRC marula research. Sel amendment trala man mataklil kwasay. Kasi mo bati sel administration sel ngarala pikri kwasing coordinate research, education and awareness sa madel. Kung siya sa bakri ngarala siya tong bati sing ngalamu ta ngarala pikri. Revenue do sa daring kwasing. Tagi del total $7.8 million kita losing over the next 3 years. Michael Tilong. Alam lang kadong rod, sel revenue vlo dongul in the form ra trigi del partner maara vessel days. Di kita di milang rod, mo tumol mamadak, tumto sel lagi mo mas kumil grant, ega kita la grant. So yes, ngari nga revenue total $7.8 million. Dosis. So hindi ka musen hindi ka revenue. Dil so mga ringa adal madel kwaseng sa adal mga $2.6 million gel may and fine. Di seguida ako sa la ministry la dong ang ulo sispira urbela. Dil so mo kanya kuk mutal madengel kwaseng sa adal mga $2.6 million gel asa el kuk mo other silmera government travel bela mo se memla dollar se dollar tiya.
Diesel. Guger nge Ministerio ma Presidenta sel currente la adim la ngusel ngarele la ministrira tial agriculture fisheries and environment ngul oridi mle campaign legal function legal trial agencies el geril magaluryo el mutmokr umsu el geril tial dabel belau el ngari recommendation gerila policy mo benefit tial belu agegid omngal odas mali desida sel currente la awaisi.
Hindi ang sel ala pokpot taklil mo sing hindi ka katalta malgim stop lo bangela PICRC ma M8 marur sel ngaral adi do ru ringa ko si member do bakat taklil ala le mal bla takra sel la ko si ang la ministry ngana hindi ngwablo do sa gidel terminal at sel masadra ang ministry ngul masatrarat masyadi po da clarifying ilang ngaram ko mo nga lege ang usay del administration ngul sa leilani saya do dito matakring na lalang wala di kan malmal tatoya amdo say oy ngar alem kagire marurungim kung mga rurun dik mo buti tagi del word del ngul sangge gid mo under la
I'll give an example which is happening right now. Nori a terrible confusion. Nari a entity. Walul ngara a marketing a Bureau of Tourism. Ngara ikra government. Paise? Melang mla ngara Lisbon a tolisera article a newspaper gira segi delen. Sengara krel. All out. El already mla mo ang sera ocean conference a kartiang ya gagi dele bila Senator White House, kemala environmentalist, mga say, I use the carbon calculator, em le pera, audo del moso iso para, hindi mo na kung certa mo sing kamsadra, all out. So, ngare audo del moso iso, hindi ka ngara finance tiyal account, hindi ako sa tiyang ngarigir. Leng entity, bleda asan ngil, longora raudor, ngara ikrela kapalmen. So, we need to understand was sen administer mo ngara ngul sa el ngara ikla government mo create it can create problems. So maybe dimla kal intent waseng mo isen di ngaram sel account tade kan government last time. I don't know. E spera kla government terbelaw. That's a problem to me. So yegida gira the lomes and same issue tiang tell word administer agiren ngar a ministry. So why give it to why put it on somebody else's letterhead, somebody else's title? So mring na mo din da se bol tukar president kung di kan man mring na doror tawar sa tukar president. So we can make everybody president and then di kan mo confused tarado sentado ngudo do rinta tamal president. So you know kada so apa itu ni tenía ador olvila se netia executive branch a ministry ang ari alelong rules tengi bas kamatean magi mo rules tengi di I know lo se tigamal sorin micromanage because that's the way the Senate is sorin micromanage ka continue military di a point se bas kamatean magi mo rules tengi give us time tiago kom dia sen degal sebel di dolmon well hindi ungil ela kabla minister sertam siam le swam di lang different minister muk different plan you have to understand was na mo minister de kalo sisiu so that's to me that's the reality mo ngodo sengar ortera aurora former minister brosa ngara man minister bekla de lang alsa minister nga mo akmo atora tourism lo itirik nung sa taraad mo atora officially nung sa taraad alsa minister tanmal that's the reality. Gida del build up a civil service, makrisi la ministry, el manager galuro. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Muk pasa es el minister at al muk lorur tra ministry sel lomda suil erulil mo ongil ortel. So
sila Mr. Tiago Lastel. Tengari amap to lade Mr. Presidente gua soril lo ngiter gauma minister matul. Lo ngitet mo sila program ra prosat and that's we will mo continue ngi to ko amap to lada to ngi dal dir employment ara may kan gerret sio pai segi de agora un trap to lada in bedumil teruru bagal gerret se ma imonga un legal state outlying state el gerret sel dori $1,000 el ngesel gira transportation utir mundial se bemelo sikro le de todo.
So there's two things. One, most of the tigrado across the state government alakal with so maybe it's about time a state government to take over tigal employees. And one way to do that, at the pasara budget, the state odon mertil ukal take over til and digal namuda kaudo the cross act. Tell them 2.5 years long itu so we need to move on. So maybe other Senate, let's get this going. Then I know bring it here and oh my God, these are real problems. So we cannot continue the ala. We need to solve them, and there's ways to solve them. So let's give the state the resources to spare tigalat. Hire tir loru regal state. Tiagoram lama reverse it. The now spare across the supplementary budget state by having these employees so let's transition reality we cannot continue the program forever because there's no more money.
Sula Mr. Presidente kidim invite galmera erungul pargan dagal dik lugul celebration of institution ado state Diregal nga niya on dibil gimam katong yun mo rin yung ulparkra. Friday girela tial isura suicide. Blue Palau mal sumun sabi me pumngititir ata me sirang mam sel 12 mo 4 o'clock see the Friday.
12 mo 4. So malawila kamla bring up issue a suicide. You know, Eli and I had the opportunity to a faith-based organization, my ministry held the open dialogue, was a magrada addresser tial tuwara ngal malak langarti klol bula tangani adra blur belam since for the last 10 years up until today, I mean 2022 41 ang ngalagad am lamak langarti lisal 41 el year alone and 5 and another interesting statistic ablura huritin ngotel ngario a suicide ngira ablura per capita. And one of the things that people learn was ser clown marartir au ulen ngario a suicide. Lagi dam dingin was tian malak lang lagi dak lingit. So that's why it's so important that we all get together. Tia responsibility the mumongila osis akling. Abebira time kadam na mong utial was malarak lang lagi this kind of koradi. Oram na mo di kantang toy. Di tia obra de explore toy and you know one of the statistics they were sharing was 37% rananaga between the age of 12 and 17. Think about it. 20-some% attempt or might try. That's a lot of people. But that's what happens. The legal interventions am close to tell. Gida degal LD school, degal LD government. It requires a family, mabalu, maigal legal asya. Legida di ka bangya issue ra ngal mangira del we need to intervene. We need to take an active part because if not we lose them. Ngira del bius o senga del omes emro e gargi kray gartoy. Akino nga mleshelo mtirtigal adre elilo ase sirang ramong tamaga blol malla ra ngomel selibom tangare ngira del malla selo malla ka tangara life story ni raw lel ula bangalel. And that's a good thing. But one of the things I share da dire kalo ay sangam no ase natural time sexual malla laklangaring. Leng man momring laklangare ka bidam tanganil dim na mlakluk la dalang okla. Yung ase mas agaragal morbabe sexual malla sokla. Wase hindi obo asumak mo dakmadak akman mo gurusi. Memang rula kapsel iga wase alakmadak aman mo ngoram no morobri hindi sel tara luluay singa mo mase sel klaw mararing ileng dimle garea dalal obal nga skura maus ngara iglesia se amne instina rangin mo ay sige nding mo me se tiak lit mo dia po gururi. And I think important that all of us need to share with you. Oy, man momringan, who can you turn to? Who can help you in these situations? Sulang hold yourself program. Then you're right. Ngira na masada ni. Diri kaligyan mo si saklo say my God, sumudor to the news mga wala tetelen. You know, we need to know lo say hindi kalungit to koy. And go to Klol Albul, El Merabal Wadalem. Ali, last 10 years, 41 and ngayas ka na nagel ablur belo. Emne tibun maklola de mran mom gegare. Ngara igel causes malum ya family problems, drugs, alcohol, financial problems. Ay gida gedro si gegero rugultal e her prang gedro degal el bolsi se braiga. So sulang ra program na mal legong magada ngira del ada to giren crisis. We're in crisis mode. Kung sula Dr. Portel mle pasel psycho analysis bill social giren we need to understand we need to talk about the problems and we need to find ways to solve them. So sulang I'm not a question. Mother. Oh. Bon.
It's going to take a while, madam.
They will. We have 10 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Ngaria ko ima-issue sa ligira la mo amo parte ministries mo. Sabre mo la time. Yang, it's, no, by next Wednesday, ang labay siya. Yung direct by pertel, mga ministers and not will to you. So,
Okay, okay, okay. Sulang. Sulang. Kagabong Mr. Osorio.
President kami tat sa tora tourism akmadelo si ministerial amira next week hindi halik kritiang nganya online report lo si United Airlines sana mo start beto ka points ra Siabal el fly mera kwam mang si minister ang ngol hotel awa si selwan rakol market reveral Siabal ama na mo sa open up do mes ti agid na sa open up mang na mo sa do mes wasing aditi time it sel glow lo marera siya bala mera ko mga nakon merbelaw sa dalam sing noise
Sabi, yung mes ara October, November, December mustata umrera siya wal May. This wakal clarified mong yes, ang beto ka flights mo ragwam, direkal beto ka tara other media lugar mo ramang United of Fly mo sa ibal da fly merbelaw. Aktim ko taklit mo sa ibal ultimo di abid mo Rogul Airlines mo fly mo Saibal. Nga niya 15 million luto di global haraw ay gigidal flights. Kita deka sigidal resource gidal kora negotiate. Di ko siga al duurel al time ko duro lubang gala partner gidra piak to kuni sojits. Regel pal officer til ngara Korea masyabal. Ya next week ak mingit ura meeting lo buntir tirge rogul atra syabal lo shobar belaw. Ilim lang yat legal mitra Mr. Uegi. Emang agi malas mulol da kartiro gue o meset mong best way sa edal makal negotiate mo dadu awa JTB ma HIS Miguel Airlines at mul merbelaw mauro ramra ilalo mong Mr. Obiang mong will keep you informed.
So, dira sa announcement, of course, a clue ang municipal ukwa di celebration, mura 8 o'clock ra Erungon Park. Selti margida ensuring our security and safety. Moria day market, of course, raffle drawing, social live entertainment. Igida malmering asuli lang 2 hours do press conference. Hindi siya ko na mo standard diri. Less than 2 hours ang mo awanay. Mo maran sulang ra tukulong ilger ma will discussion and will debate. Igida mal mereka sulira ada government tira amring no rabe kacil se to gobet tigal uk no tanjobir tirelal tal sande matigal uk no fola tanjobir tirelal sils ada mal mereka sulela congratulate happy birthday mora Ian Buro ra Ministry of Justice ma Lily Marino ngara Ministry of Education madiregal Macpolin Wachi, Ministry of Health and Human Services. Happy birthday, kita amal di mereka sudah berkelada no sil tunin uk kada ada dua relal sils. Modimo sa next week makmera following week. Kada uk mo mesel tigal sa lidera South Pacific kada mutil mudo gidan mo Orungon Pacific. Gimana kada amna suma dal will kada meral uk makasel bedulu Oritra Malbudo, Makaltarengan Morabek Ladder Belau. Wish everybody a happy Constitutional Day. God bless. I'm Sula.